So, before I close up these Yakos, I wanted to go over the internal structure and the hinges. But first, I want everybody to know that I kind of screwed up on the hinges. Um, these would work just fine. The plan was for them to mount like this, and for it to actually hinge up like that. The problem is I made half too many. I miscounted. And I got to thinking that, aluminum is not really as strong as I want to be. It's probably strong enough, but just to be on the safe side, I'm going to go ahead and make these out of stainless steel. I do have these hinges here that I bought, and they're just essentially door hinges out of supposedly stainless steel. I could actually put a plate on the bottom of these, but this pin right here isn't even 1/4 inch, and I would have to weld these guys, and then I only have 2 here. So what I'm going to do, I bought some stainless steel shaft. It's 5/8, and I'm going to machine a 1/4 inch hole down the center of it and make little fingers like the original intention was. And I also got some plate that I'm going to extend out 4 inches and then weld the actual hinges. So I'm going to actually make custom hinges for these guys. It will be stainless. It will be stronger than any possible impact loads. I really wasn't too worried about these guys as far as the static load of the float going through the water. But I got to thinking, when I slam into a big wave, there's a lot of peak loads there. And I was kind of concerned of inclusions in the casting and getting a crack right here. So I'm going to go ahead and weld them out of stainless steel. I will lose the ability to fold this up and for it to be higher up as I originally planned. It'll actually pivot right about here, but I think that'll be okay. And for the cross beams where the hiking seats sit, I'll just mount them on the side here instead of mounting on top like I originally intended. That will be fine. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and go over the internal structure of this guy. You'll notice over here toward the center that I have essentially blocks or spacers inside the hollow iako. And the reason for that is whenever you press a beam down like this, you'll see it's collapsing here and crushing, and the sides crush in. So if you put spacers inside it, that stiffens it and makes it not do that. It makes it tremendously stronger. These are actually probably, I did the math. Actually, I don't do the math. When it comes to this kind of thing, I'm kind of lazy on the math. I understand the math and know how to do it, but there's no point in doing it if I can find an online calculator. So I found an online calculator for beam strength. The previous Yakos on the previous version of this canoe were 3 inch by 3 inch solid wood with a glass layer on the outside. So these are 4 inch by 4 inch hollow, 1/2 inch thick, and the math says that these are twice as strong. So I think that will be fine. All right, I'm gonna show you guys the inside of these guys here. This here on the end is an aluminum pin. The amas actually have a hole in the oak, fiberglass reinforced oak setup that straps down. And this pin, this is a real stressful point here. Gary actually recommends that you use hardwood for this. I figured aluminum is a little bit better than hardwood. And these big 1 inch thick, 1 inch diameter shafts are not very expensive, so I went ahead and got those. I CNC'd these holes directly in the center here. I'm actually quite proud of my my CNC machine. His name's Kong, who made these 1 inch holes exactly 1 inch, and I was able to slip everything on just perfectly. So I'm really happy with that. This is the outer bulkhead. This you'll see me flare the end of this, and it actually presses against this spacer here, so it can't go in. It has to pull through here. It can't go out. And this actually transferred the load from here to here, so that'll be good. There's actually going to be a cleat on this side. I've got it marked as up. They'll screw into this block here, and that will be a place to attach the ropes that hold the Yakos on. I still like the lashing that Gary does, but I want it to be permanently lashed on and then folded up. And I like lashing because if I'm out somewhere and something breaks, I don't need tools to repair it. Here's another bulkhead. Here's where the hinges are going to go. It's going to be a stainless steel hinge, 4 inches wide, 6 inches long, and it's going to be through bolted all the way through these solid blocks. The other one is oak, but these are actually what's from sycamore, from a tree I sawed down and sawed into lumber in the sawmill. And there'll be a 1/4-inch bolt that goes all the way through. I won't need fender washers because they'll be in the thinnest plate here. There'll be 4 bolts. Then there'll be a hinge with a 5/8 shaft 1/4-inch pin. So nice and thick. It'll be welded on with some stainless rod. It will be extraordinarily strong. And maybe I'm a little bit paranoid, but you know, paranoia has saved me a couple of times. And this guy, this is the main cross beam that's going to attach to the canoe. This is similar. We have these crushed bulkheads here, and then I just added additional spacer here, 16 inches off. And again, on the ends where the hinges are going to attach, they're solid. I used, the labels come off, but I used this glue for, this is Tight Bond 3. Some testing has shown that this is as strong as epoxy, and it's 1/3 the price. So I use that. It's completely waterproof. It's a good glue for laminating things together. One other thing I'm going to do before I seal these guys up is I'm going to water some of that down, about half and half with the water, and brush it in here as a water sealant, and then I will glue the top section onto this, and then eventually I'll drill a small hole, a weep hole, so that water, and if any water actually does get in there, it'll come right out. I don't think I need any other hard points. I just need this for those cleats, and that's pretty much the only cleats that are going to be on this guy. So I'm pretty happy with this, other than the fact that I didn't make enough hinges, and I don't want to mess with recasting, and I was kind of reconsidering the aluminum anyway. The nice thing about it is that it goes back in the scrap pile and remelted and make something else with it later. So there's that. And these hinges are extra, but I can always use door hinges or something. So we're making good progress, and I've ordered the stuff to do the hinges. And after I close these up, I'm going to close these up today, seal them, close them up. And tomorrow I will clean up the outside and put some glass on it. The glass is for 2 reasons. It's for the checking, of course. So you know you built a good CNC machine when you cut a 1-inch exactly diameter hole, and it fits perfectly on a 1-inch exactly diameter rod. I'm 6 foot. So I thought you guys might enjoy me opening this box. Similar things have happened before, but they're always fun. This is from Grainer. I bought something on eBay for the canoe project. Very reasonable price. Very reasonable for shipping. So let's show you guys what we got. You won't guess what could be in this box. What is it? Three pieces of stainless steel. I paid $6 to ship this. Okay, this is, I thought they would put it in a little tube about this big around and toss it in the mail. That's a huge box. Anyway, these are going to be the pins for the hinges. I was originally going to use them with the aluminum. I'm going to use these with the stainless. Yeah, I only needed one, but it was a really good price, so I saved on the shipping and just bought some extras. You can always use stainless steel. Anyway,